Our crew has been working diligently on all of this rough lumber and turning it into some of the most beautiful exotic wood I've ever seen. We're at the point it's actually time to start using this wood for some of our stairs, placing down the floors. But before we do, we have to think about what are we going to do to protect this wood? What can we do to preserve it and protect it from the elements? But first, welcome back to the set where we're building a house in Costa Rica and we're showing you every step we make. This way you can learn from us and you can learn exactly what you need to do when it comes time to build your house. Before we get started talking about how we're going to preserve this wood, if you're serious about coming to Costa Rica, there's one thing you really should do before making that important decision to come here. So I'm going to take 30 seconds to tell you about that right now. During this life-changing event, you'll learn from a panel of experts teaching on many different topics and not only get all of your questions answered, but have the time to network with the experts and other attendees at this jam-packed week located at beautiful Sunset Del Mar Beach Resort. While you're learning about the number one most important thing you must know to enjoy your new life in Costa Rica, we're going to start experiencing this new life together while you're here with some local tours. From adrenaline-pumping excitement to relaxing sunsets on the most beautiful beach in all of Costa Rica. Attending one of our Costa Rica relocation events is by far the most important thing you can do towards preparing yourself for a possible transition to Costa Rica. The best rooms are going fast and we're limited to how many can attend. So register now and get your ticket to this life-changing event today. The owner of this house has picked some of the finest exotic wood in all of Costa Rica to build his house. Obviously, as you can tell, this is no typical construction. It's absolutely gorgeous, but the owner is eco-friendly. He wants this house to be built as chemical-free as possible. So we've been doing a lot of research and trying to find out what's going to be our best alternative, chemical-free or most natural way possible to actually preserve this wood. So we've been doing a lot of research and trying to figure out the best solution, while remembering we are in Costa Rica, which simply means it's not as easy to get even the most basic things for your house build in Costa Rica. If you're looking for something natural, most people in the United States or Canada might choose one of the most popular oils, and that would be mineral oil, linseed oil, or 100% tung oil. But keep in mind, there are a lot of different types of oils you can use to preserve wood. The important thing to consider is whether or not the oil you choose is a drying oil or not, and are there any other added chemicals in the product. During my research, I found a woodworker who did a test by putting mineral oil, walrus oil, tried and true varnish oil, and tung oil on plexiglass to see which one would dry. After a couple of weeks, the mineral oil and the walrus oil, which is made of mineral oil and some other added things, never cured. They stayed wet, and that's not good. The tung oil was dry and is by far the most popular and most natural product to use for preserving your wood. So, yay, we found a winner. Let's use tung oil. Oh, I guess I should mention you can't get 100% tung oil in Costa Rica. So, follow along with me as I take you to our laboratory and show you what we're going to do to protect all of this wood. All right, we're inside our makeshift laboratory at the job site, and we're working on getting the right mixture of yellow beeswax, coconut oil, and together that's going to make the natural protectant for our exotic wood. So today we're actually putting everything together to protect this natural wood. So what we have right here is some yellow beeswax. Now, of course, yellow beeswax can get as natural as it comes. It's naturally water resistant, and there's several types of beeswax you can get out there, and a lot of times the color or variation of beeswax really depends on whatever flowers and things are out there. We purposely chose yellow beeswax and not the lighter white beeswax because this yellow beeswax is going to really look good with our yellow mora wood, okay? So we have this yellow beeswax, we have pure coconut oil, and what we're doing is we're melting this beeswax. Now this beeswax, as we cut off the chunks of this beeswax, we put it inside our pot, melt it down, and right now we're testing out 3 different variations. This variation has 1 part beeswax with 2 parts of coconut oil, and we're working with different variations. We've got one that's got 1 part 2, 1 part 3, 1 part 4, and we're putting it on our wood to see how it looks. And a lot of it will just simply depend on how much luster, how much gloss, how much shine do you want on your wood, and it's naturally going to protect your wood. Now, obviously, you could use different chemicals, mineral oils, things like that, but in this case, our owner wants it to be 100% natural, so we're using natural ingredients to keep everything as pure and as clean as possible. So here we are. Right now, we've got 1 part of our natural beeswax, 2 parts of our coconut oil, and we're mixing it, and then we're going to take this and apply it to our wood. Let me take you out here and we'll take a look at the wood and see the before and after effects of what it looks like. As you see right here, this is our yellow mora wood, and right here what we're testing is we've got 1 part of our beeswax with 2 parts of coconut oil, 3 parts of coconut oil, 4 parts, and as you can see, it really looks good. This is just the natural, clean, finished product to the mora. And obviously, we want it to be protected. We need to be protected against water, and so beeswax is naturally water resistant. So right now, that's 2 parts, 3 parts, and we're checking to see the shine, the luster, the gloss. How's it going to look? As you can see now, this wood is called Madera Negro. So this wood is very difficult or hard to get, and it's extremely water resistant, so this wood is going to be used inside the bathrooms and the showers. So it's really good, and you can see the difference here. This wood looks extremely good after you've put this beeswax and coconut oil on it, and it's going to just protect it. Now the question is, well, how often, Alan, should I reapply this? And it's just like any other chemical that you have. If you buy chemicals at the store and you put it on there, from time to time, you're going to have to apply it. Getting those types of chemicals to Costa Rica is very difficult, okay, and it's very expensive. Using natural beeswax and coconut oil, a lot easier to get, and you'll apply it at about the same frequency. You apply it the first time, it's going to last a while, and if it were my house, I would probably reapply this about once every year and just take a look at it as you watch it wear. And of course, this natural oil, it's going to absorb into the wood and it's going to further protect your investment. So it's always very important. Take a look at it and reapply it at least once a year so it continues to protect your investment, protects the wood, and it's going to last that much longer. Do you have to? Obviously not. Do you want it to last longer? Yes. So reapply it so it looks good. And just test and see, what do you want? Do you prefer having just 2 parts of coconut oil, 3 parts, 4 parts? That's going to depend on how you like the shine. Do you want a deeper color, a lighter color? And that's what we're doing today.